Skål gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Hello and welcome back for another edition of Tipsy Wednesday, an original podcast presented from the Penthouse Bar. With us, as usual, our host and editor, Bjørn!
Hello!
And our host and in-house villain, Junior!
Hello.
And last but not least, our host and social media manager, Thomas.
Hello!
Yeah.
Another week. Another
New
episode.
opportunities. Yes. Oh.
So,
About to say something?
how are we all
No.
doing?
Doing excellent. Excellent. What kind of Witcher merchandise was that? I just saw a
It's
Witcher
my
logo.
bottle. I think we
Ah,
talked
of
about
course,
it
it's a Witcher water bottle. Witcher branded. Oh, well.
I'm just a
There you
walking
go.
commercial for Witcher. CDPR
I'm not
should start
surprised.
paying me.
Yeah. I'm just serving myself a drink here.
Yeah. An expensive one.
Nah,
Okay.
Is it
but
water?
it looks tasty as fuck. Look. Hey,
Nice.
no, it's transparent. It looks like piss, but okay. Well, it looks good at this angle.
Yeah. You know what they call transparent fluid? Water.
Yeah,
Gasoline.
could be.
Spirit.
Well, how are you guys doing this fine evening?
Very good, very good.
That's good, yeah.
Ich bin gut, ich bin gut.
Mm.
Well, with that out of the way.
What have you got for us, Thomas? News on the social media front?
Very little, very little. Nothing, I suspect. I will check the mail right now, though, because I haven't done that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I expected our first... Well, we have gotten tiny amounts of feedback, but I expected the first mail or something to be hard criticism about some shit we said sometime.
Yes, but no.
No.
No, it looks quite empty. The mail inbox.
Okay.
I think we do get some news feeds from podcast sites like SoundCloud and Mixcloud and whatnot, but nothing from our listeners, though.
Then I guess we are just that good.
Oh, well. You know. I thought maybe someone would want to ask us questions or had some topics they would want us to discuss. But okay.
Oh, we're just
think-
that good.
The only thing I posted since last time would be on our Facebook page. That would be May the 4th be with you. May the 4th.
Okay.
Because of course we should run a happy Star Wars Day.
That's Star Wars Day. 4th of May?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
May the fourth force.
Yeah,
be with you.
I know. May 4th. Yeah.
So that's about it. I think also on Instagram I posted the previous show and tell pictures, but that's about it. Yep.
Mm.
So with that out of the way. Bjørn,
Where do you want to start us off?
Yours look interesting. The last one. Making an effort to go out.
Ah.
Are you having a hard time moving outside your house?
Just- Well, it's just so easy for a gamer such as me to just sit inside all day and just play games, watch animes, movies, series, and just live my life by myself, besides work and doing groceries. So I just asked myself, should I make an active effort? I was just this Saturday night. I was just like playing my games, doing nothing really productive. I was like, should I make an effort to go out? I like thought about it for a moment, but I was like, nah, I like my games. But is that the wrong way to think about it? Because I'll still like my games like forever, I guess. So, should I to become more social, or what's your take on this? Maybe Junior, you've got a social take on this. You've become Mr. Social as of late.
Thomas, would you
What?
answer this?
You don't have anything, Junior?
Yes, I do, but I just want to look at Thomas' opinion.
No, my
Okay.
opinion would probably be more like Bjørn's. Stay at home, play your games, watch your anime. You see, if you go out, become more social and stuff, you get less time on your games, on your shows. And there simply ain't
Yeah.
enough time in one day to be social.
No,
Right.
but the really good side of being outside and social is that you can get more content for the show. Tipsy Wednesday. Right? You get anecdote stories, right?
That is true. That is true. Someone
And the other side is maybe you're able to have sex. So it really depends. Do you enjoy having sex or not?
Because that's the thing with just sitting by myself playing games. There's a very slim chance, slim to none, there will stumble upon sex. It's just like, nah,
yeah,
ain't
it's
gonna
just like,
happen.
where are all the women? They're not in my living room. Where are they?
Yeah.
I always wondered when I'm out in town, like, where are all the gamer girls? And then I figured out, fuck, they're at home playing games. Where I should be.
Kind of tough luck, that.
Yeah.
It's like,
I myself have been invited out in a couple of weeks. No, not in a couple
What,
of weeks.
you-
It's some holiday thing coming around in the start of June. We're having a work party,
all right.
and I wasn't sure if I would attend or not. And then one of my colleagues tried to sell me the party. Like, yeah, you can come, please come. It will be a lot of fun, and this person doesn't work as much as I do. She works only a couple of days here and there, like she's an extra.
Mm.
So she was like, I want to know who Thomas is outside of work and outside the podcast. And you should come. It will be really fun. It will be free food, maybe some free booze. Also, it will generate content for the podcast.
Of course.
And then she was like, but if you don't like to, you don't have to drink. We will have tea and stuff. And my other colleague goes, you know he's from north of Norway, right? And you're trying to sell this party with tea? That's the worst sale pitch I've ever heard.
That's the wrong way to go about it, man. Girl. Yeah. We drink beer.
Yeah, well, I have basically not been drinking the last couple of months, except last week. I had a couple of beers, but that's about it.
Yeah. Well, I also have a confession to make. I've been cutting down on my drinks as well during my podcasts.
Yeah.
From regular beers and now to this light beer, not non-alcoholic, but just light, which is supposed
Calorie?
to be light less calories. So
I think when we started out podcasting, we all drank pretty much a couple of beers every single episode for the first episodes.
yeah.
Or a good few episodes in before I think Junior were the first one to jump off the beer drinking. You're the last one, Bjørn, because I've basically not been drinking the last 7 episodes, or ish.
Okay.
So So yeah, we're not so tipsy anymore. Now we're just
No.
Wednesday.
Just
I was just
Wednesday.
Maybe we need to
Ah.
rebrand.
no. I was tipsy last episode, Friday. This Friday episode.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Norwegian one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the Norwegian one.
I'm not saying you're not
Yeah.
drinking anymore, but you were the first one to cut beer every single episode.
Yeah, and I got my work schedule right.
Yeah.
I can't be drinking every single episode.
I feel you.
But yeah, and as we know, alcohol shrinks the brain, so.
As we know, it's a fact.
It's a fa-
You get tiny brain from alcohol. Isn't that called being drunk?
Yeah, well.
Tiny brain equals drunk. Yeah, duh.
As well. But yeah, so you will not be going out more, or making more effort.
What, me?
Yeah, you were the
Well, I was thinking I should, but in the end I convinced myself to like, nah, I'll stay home this time as well. So, but you know, you're not the only one going to social gatherings in the near future, because I will also be going to a work colleague arranged social gathering next week. Well, as of the release of this episode, it will be the first coming weekend in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to bring it to you guys.
Mm.
If it's a work who commissioned this, or not commissioned, but organizes this, I would say it's not really counting.
Well, it's not like officially. It's just the colleagues, like my branch of colleagues that arranged this in private. You know, so it's not like an official work thing. It's just my colleagues. You know.
Yeah, it's better, but you're still hanging with the same kind of people you are.
Oh
doing
yeah.
every day.
It'll be a sausage fest. It's just all dudes. All dudes.
Yeah. I'm saying it's good, but it's
Oh,
not
no,
that good.
There is one girl, and like 18 dudes, and 18 or 19 or something silly like that. It's like,
Well, she have good odds. They get laid.
well, well, I think there was like 18, 19 or 20 people coming there, and I'm pretty sure there is one girl. There's one girl.
It sounds so bad.
But it'll be a festive and lovely night regardless.
Yeah.
So will it start at home and end on town, or will it just be a home party?
No. It'll be like out at some venue.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, as I was saying, it's good that you're just outside, but work events they're fun
Yeah.
on their own, but they're still the same people you hang with every single time.
Yeah. I guess.
That's my
You
problem
may-
with the work party. One of my colleagues is arranging. Is that it's the same people I work with every single day.
Yeah. You're not meeting new people. You're meeting the same people outside of work.
Yep.
Perhaps you'll get to see another side of them. You know?
Yeah, the drunk side.
I
The
think
drunk
this party
side.
would start at her home with barbecuing and whatnot, and then end up on town afterwards.
Okay.
But I much prefer private parties, not out on town.
Yeah.
Although out
Yeah.
on town is where you meet the girls, but private parties are
It's
more
where
fun.
you meet new people, but it's also where lately, the few times I've been out on I think I've rambled on about this for earlier, but it's just like, those are like crazy party kids. It's like, I don't want to hang with party kids. It's like, nah, I'm past that. So, don't see the massive appeal of that aspect. But so in that regard, I mirror your opinion of like home parties at friend's place or something.
Yeah, those are
like-minded people. Yeah. But you are less likely to meet new people when you are at a friend's place.
That's
you know?
true, that's
so,
true.
yeah. But I'm pretty sure I rambled a lot. We rambled a lot about this a few episodes ago.
Yeah, it would be... Make it a quest.
A quest? That sounds
A
like
quest.
a game! Ooh.
Yes. When you're outside, now drinking and gambling or whatever you do.
Gambling?
Outside
When I'm out.
social-
Okay.
Make this a quest.
So-
Try to talk to one person.
Sounds like a side
One
quest.
person. Yeah. Yeah, the side quest. Thomas loves those, right?
Thomas is a side quest hoarder. You can't. He'll.
Have you guys
Yeah,
seen the Viva la Dirt League Witcher skits?
Yeah,
Where
a
he's
few of them.
Where
Yeah.
he's hoarding all the quests.
No, I haven't seen that.
There's a
one.
billboard, and he's just collecting quest after quest after quest. And Dandelion or Jaskier, the bard, is standing there. It's like, we have enough quests, Geralt. that
Geralt
quest
is like, I need.
directly affects that quest. You can't take both of them. Just need a few more.
Well, as I was saying, make it a quest to talk to one stranger.
A quest. It's like you're making it sound like we're totally socially awkward. We can't even talk to one person, one stranger, and have a regular interaction.
I talk with strangers every week. I even
Yeah,
call them out
sure.
to the shopping mall once in a while.
Yeah, and that is your level of skill with other people. You're throwing them out.
Yeah, very good. I don't like people.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
Maybe try doing more to make it less awkward when you throw them out. Just say yeet.
How's that?
Yeet while you throw them
How's
out.
that less awkward? Do you think it literally throws them out of the mall? It's like
That would be more awkward.
Nah.
I just hope your offices in that case isn't like on the 5th floor or something. And you literally throw them out.
No.
No. Anyways,
Unfortunately,
I
have
think
to show them out.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean though, Junior. Try reaching out to do something out of the
Yeah.
ordinary. Talk
Yeah, I'm
to a
not-
stranger.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm the best person on this planet to talking to stranger.
No.
It's a quest given by myself to myself, right?
Yeah, but you have a girlfriend
okay.
now, so you don't have to anymore.
Yeah, of course.
You can still
So
talk to strangers.
Yeah, of course, but that is like another setting.
So do you think talking to strangers' only purpose is to get laid?
No.
Yeah.
Why else
Ja.
would you speak to strangers?
Maybe they got a common hobby, like The Witcher for your case.
In
And
my
then you
case,
can rant
no,
about
I don't need more people in my life.
Well, the last
Well-
time I was out, I was hanging with two of our super fans and a few more friends, and lo and behold, a stranger guy, random stranger, decided to hang out with us because we all shared a common interest in metal and rock music. I was like, yeah, that was very entertaining.
And
And
now he's a
no.
hardcore fan as well.
Yeah.
nah. We were talking about bands and music and, you know.
And you didn't
All the-
mention Tipsy Wednesday.
Oh
my god.
I'm still. Where? At what level of our podcast journey should we bring this podcast as a conversation topic? When should we identify ourselves as, hey, I am this age, this is my name, I do podcast? At what level of podcasting should we make that part of our
Well,
bio?
can't you do it now? You're doing 2 podcasts
No.
a week.
No.
I don't feel like no. No.
When it's a profession.
When it's a profession, wow.
Yeah, I'm not. If you because at this point it's a hobby. Like,
yeah. Very
and
much.
Thomas
so,
is
I
not.
think.
Thomas is not like, my name is Thomas and I'm a disc golfer. Right? Bjørn, you're like, my name is Bjørn and I'm a gamer.
But I am.
But I think you
Yeah,
don't
but you-
say that.
I can feel the cringe.
Yeah.
Gamer, rise
Maximum
up.
cringe.
Or you can say, I'm an anime watcher, a TV watcher.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it needs to be a profession, right?
When we start
Right.
earning you money.
Money. No. When it's our main thing, right?
I don't
Hmm.
think that will happen though.
I was a pessimist.
No, but if you're going to live off of podcasting, I think you need to do more than 2 a week on different shows.
Yeah, and we need
you
a
need
lot
to do it with
more.
different people.
And we
No,
need
no.
to invest more in it. Like, we need to replace our work hours with working towards making the podcast greater, with more well thought out topics or the likes. You know,
Let's make podcasting
But,
great again.
but you know, because we have real work, that's what our time, most of our time goes. You know, that's what really pays our bills at the moment.
At the moment.
But our listeners can help us. They can
Yes, you can
support
follow
us
the
by
support
following
link.
the link.
We should make a Patreon.
We talked about this
no.
before. No,
Oh.
that was OnlyFans maybe. But
yeah.
if we're doing a Patreon, we still need extra content for the Patreon.
Yeah, well, jokes aside, you can support both us and the children of Ukraine by following one of the support links down below.
Yeah, and speaking of Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
No, not anything about the war effort and whatnot.
Okay.
But our logo. We've had the
Mm.
Ukrainian flag on for nearly 2 months now.
Yes.
I will be changing it back to the normal logo.
Okay.
Because there will be no good time to transition away from it. Like, the war may rage on for 5 years. And, like,
Mm.
at the end of the day, we are Tipsy Wednesday, the podcast. So,
Yeah.
we will not stop
Uh.
supporting Ukraine in any way, shape, or form just because we change our logo back to what represents us more. The link for the
Yeah, I
children of
think- I
Ukraine will
think
still be
the-
there.
I think the logo image has had its purpose. It's been there long enough to show that we support the Ukrainian side of the conflict.
Yeah.
It's a well-established fact by now. So, yeah, it's past my mind, but I just still put it on there. But maybe
Yeah, and just keep doing
It's a-
so.
maybe
for
it's a-
now, I will edit the logos a bit before we change back, but
okay, right,
it
right.
will happen on the next episode. We will be back to
Back to a
regular logo.
purely tipsy logo.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Just
We still
so-
support Ukraine.
Yeah.
Needless to say.
the link for supporting the children of Ukraine will still be there as long as the
It's
war rages on.
it's a UNICEF link.
Yeah.
Which is usually just supporting children across all over the world. In this case, Ukraine.
So yeah, that will still be there
Yep.
though. We will not change our ways like that, but well, on the subject, as we're recording, it's the 8th of May, and tomorrow it will be the 9th. That's when Russia is having their big military parade and celebration of the day they beat Nazi Germany.
Yay, because that's
No, but this is a big day for the Russians. And it is suspected, I read in the papers and whatnot, that Putin might actually declare war against Ukraine on the 9th. Because then he can use his reserves and everything, and he will have 2 million soldiers basically to engage in the war. which he currently can't use.
Wait, so because he isn't, he hasn't officially declared war.
Yeah.
Most of his resources are tied.
Yeah, he can't
Or,
call
like,
on the reserves.
bound. Okay.
So yeah.
Well,
So
shit.
he might, or he can use a lot more of his army if he actually declare war. But there might be some downsides with that as well. So the West might react differently if he actually acknowledges a war as well.
Okay.
Or we might support Ukraine more if it's an open war from both sides.
So,
Because Russia will be sending everything they've got. The West will also be pumping out more to Ukraine in that case.
yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Or we might have seen it already by the time of the release of this episode.
Yes, because the dates are 8th and 9th of May, isn't it?
Yeah, and this episode releases on the 11th, so yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, let's not dwell on the war.
Yeah, we could. It's just, yeah.
Well, Dave Chappelle has been attacked. I saw this in the news, and I see you have seen it as
Yes.
well.
I've heard about it
Yeah, Chris Rock was
because yeah, he was, because some people okay, the situation. Dave Chappelle, a comedian, big comedian, jokes, offends people. People get offended. And, well, on one of his regular shows, he says something edgy. Someone gets offended, and a person decides to walk up on stage and attack Chappelle with, like, a decoy gun, which actually had a knife in it or something, but the details doesn't matter. Because some people speculate that this is an escalation or result of what Will Smith kinda started. Because now it's more... It's like a go signal for people to like, oh, Will Smith walked up on stage and punched Chris Rock. So that means we can do it as well if we get offended. And lo and behold, a comedian said something, he made a joke about something and someone got offended. Boo-hoo. And are we going there where comedians can't stay on stage and has to be defended by guards and stuff to avoid getting attacked because they said something in a comedy show? It's like, if you get offended by anything this comedian might joke about, you should not actively seek out this comedian or this show. It's like, if I don't like car racing, I don't actively go to a NASCAR race and then go like, this fucking sucks. You should all stop. It's like, no, that's just fucking silly. Why? I'm just... Are we going there? Is this where society is going? We get offended and
We live in
go
a
to
society.
a show. Yeah. Oh, I'm just... This...
And if you get offended, it's okay for you to hit or beat up someone else. That might offend them a bit as well, which would then again make it okay for them to beat you up at a later point. This is how war starts.
No. The solution here is quite easy. You don't need guards. You don't need... This was America, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was in America, as it Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
Yeah, then the solution is Dave Chappelle needs a gun. Yeah,
He
but
needs a
this
gun to
Trespassing on
defend
my
himself.
stage.
yeah. If this
Holy
guy comes
shit.
up to his stage, he just pull out his gun and kneecaps him.
Ay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
solution is more guns.
But I don't know if this was, if this actually happened or if it's something I've just think I've seen. But after the attack, Chris Rock comes up to Dave
Chris
Chappelle.
Rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, "Was that Will Smith?"
Oh no.
Right after the attack, Chris Rock comes.
No.
I don't know if that's real or if it made, but I've seen that on YouTube or something. So
Okay.
I will
okay.
find the clip and post it on social medias.
Just asking, did Dave Chappelle get hurt or?
No, I don't think the attacker successfully harmed Chappelle, but the attacker did attack him and meant him harm.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he was offended. Said something bad and ooh.
Yeah, because
I just-
telling jokes is bad now.
Yeah, you can.
The recent weeks, I've started telling jokes on the Norwegian podcast. Maybe I should find edgy jokes and tell here as well. And then one day, on my way to work, I will be beat up by someone who was offended.
And then it'll be a huge case in the news because you said something bad on a podcast and commercial and bam!
So Thomas, go ahead, do that.
Go ahead, do the edgy thing.
I don't have an edgy joke now, but next week I will have an edgy joke
Okay.
about a
fine,
hot topic.
Fine.
Maybe a joke about Putin or transgender people or
All of the good stuff these days.
yeah, everything people don't like. I'll find one.
Well, I say good stuff, not in Putin's as good stuff, but the popular topics.
Yeah.
If we want real attention, we just have to offend someone on religion.
Is that the hot thing today? Isn't religion just like on the same level as flat Earth?
No.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. But it's like it's not far
you
off.
know the guy who burned the Quran in Sweden?
Oh yeah, and the massive like repercussions of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the man who drew the Danish guy who drew Muhammad.
Yeah, that was many years ago now, but yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't many years ago for the religion because they found him and killed him.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah. Let's move on to something else, like gaming.
Yeah. Who would have thought gaming in this podcast?
Because I've always figured Epic Games is shit. I don't like them.
As a company. Yeah.
But then my son started playing Fortnite and games like that, and I realized, fuck, they give away free games every single week. And my son wanted to play some of the games he played with me, so eventually I downloaded Epic Games. And now I have a huge amount of games on Epic Games because I collect the free games. Both on my computer, my son's computer, and my daughter's computer. And they're giving away good games like the Tomb Raider series from Square Enix. 3 games. They were free. I think on New Year's
That's
Eve.
good value.
I think the 3 of them.
Well, free is always good value.
Yeah. And one of the games I got was the game Junior talked about, Rogue Legacy. He's playing the second one, but I got the first one for free. I have tried it out, and I just keep dying. Put that aside.
It's one of those games. It's
yeah.
it's you died.
Yeah, but have you beaten the first boss?
Yeah, the big eye. Yes.
Okay, so where do you keep dying?
No, just around the levels, because I find when I find the boss dungeon or whatnot, I just keep exploring the castle to get more money, and I eventually die.
Ah. That is when you use the architect to lock the level and just walk on.
Yeah, no. If I get, if I explore a castle a lot and then die, I will use the architect just to go to the boss or just to keep exploring. But I don't like giving away 40% of my earnings to that guy.
Yeah, but I just lock the castle and then straight to the boss, until I beat it. Because that's a one-time case of beating the boss.
I did that last time when I actually beat the first boss, when I got tired of exploring. I just locked down the castle, and and for those who don't know, the castle, every time you die and come back, the castle interior has changed, so the rooms are moved around and whatnot. And you can pay the architect to lock the castle so it won't change when you enter it again. And he does so for 40% of your earnings throughout that run.
Yeah, I rocked the pure vampiric gear, if I remember correctly.
I don't
Which
use that.
It's super OP.
It might be. You use the vampiric gear, you get life when you beat an enemy. I'm using a cape or something that gives me 2 HP back whenever I kill an enemy. but not the point wasn't the game itself. Actually, it was Epic Games. I started playing games on Epic Games now because they have so many games there. So I kind of changed my mind a bit about Epic Games because the free stuff is good. Also, it's not too good for Epic Games in the long run because they keep losing money on it. Then most of Epic Games' earnings come from in-game purchases in Fortnite and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at some point, I figure all the free games and Fortnite might not match up.
Yeah, I guess what they're really hoping for in the amount of free games they give you is that you'll eventually use it as a replacement for Steam.
Yeah, but it isn't as good as Steam. Steam is the best engine, and I have a lot of engines like Steam, GOG, Battle.net, EA, EA's old Origin. I still have that. I have Epic, I have Uplay, Riot Games, and whatnot, but none of them can actually compete with Steam, I think.
Yeah, Steam is just a staple now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but haven't you gotten to this point where you're buying a game, you're checking up on every store where it's cheapest?
Actually, no. I buy most games on Steam by default.
Okay, so they haven't gotten you yet.
But mostly I buy my games on Steam. I just keep adding them to the wishlist, and when summer sale comes around, I buy them. Or winter sale, Christmas sale. But no, I have games in my wishlist on Epic Games because Epic Games now have a deal with Square Enix. Yes, because Epic Game have Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they've had it for quite a while all other has to wait to get it. And then I noticed Epic Games have all the what's the name of those Heart?
Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts, yes, they have all the Kingdom Hearts games as well. The HD editions and everything. And they've gotten a new Final Fantasy. Not in the numbered series, but a new Final Fantasy game. With co-op. Single player and co-op play.
What the fuck?
And that game was not on Steam, so I figured, yes, it's one of those exclusive deals they've made, and they apparently have one of those exclusive deals with Square Enix. For at least for certain games. So I might be sticking around with Epic Games. Still don't prefer it over Steam, but sometimes the free games or the exclusives I just need to have it now. I also know Epic Games have a deal with CDPR now, probably for the next Witcher.
They are getting you.
No, but CDPR has GOG, which is their own, and I think if they have an exclusive deal with Epic, they will still release the game in their own engine. So I will probably play that on GOG, because then all the earnings go straight to CDPR.
But they are getting you.
Slowly, yes, but
Imagine if they released the newest Witcher game on Epic Games only.
then I would scratch
Wow.
my head and wonder why CDPR don't release the game on their own engine. Because that will be one of the draw points
Yeah.
for their engine as well. When a new Witcher
Engine?
hits. Yeah, not engine.
Engine
well,
or Steam?
What should this library? Game library.
Yeah.
It's what should we call it? Applications like Steam and
A store?
Epic Games, the storefront. Yeah,
Yeah,
stores.
storefront.
The Steam store and
But,
the
but,
Epic
but
Games
as well,
store.
it's a program you need to launch the games as well. That's why I call it an engine, the Steam engine.
Yeah, okay.
But basically, that's where it comes from, I think. But yeah,
Okay.
I would wonder why CDPR didn't release the game on GOG if that happened, because if you have an exclusive deal with Epic Games, everyone who wants to play Witcher will get Epic Games or go to Epic Games to play it. And if you own a company, why won't you release the game on your own
Because
storefront, where
How-
you know 100% of the earnings goes directly to you? And
yeah, but hold on. CDPR isn't the GOG isn't CDPR's.
yes, it is.
Right.
It is.
Good old gaming.
Yes, CDPR was just a company that released games before they started making games. So they own GOG. Or GOG is part of CDPR, or there's something there. It's basically their storefront. So yes. Witcher 4 or whatever it will be called has to go to GOG as well as Epic Games. Epic Games, I don't think can just.
Well,
acquire the rights.
okay. Imagine that Epic Games pays CD Projekt Red to release only on their platform.
Then they have to pay like CDPR 100% of the earnings. What would that get Epic Games?
No, not 100. Imagine if Epic Games are like, hey boys, come over to our platform just for this game, right? They can do that,
Yeah, they can.
and then they will pay, and we pay for it.
Yes,
If-
I will pay for it if it goes only there. Yes, that's your question.
Yes.
And that's my answer. Yes,
Yes.
of course I would pay.
Yes, and then they got you.
Then they really got me, yes. But I know they will release on GOG. They have to.
Perhaps they will make an exclusive deal, like the first month, the first 3 months, or the first year.
The first year
it will
is
be
usually
exclusive.
the way they
Yeah,
go,
it will be exclusive on that store, and then it will open to other stores.
Yeah, but I imagine CDPR would want people to use GOG more, so
Yeah,
I
so
don't- I
I
don't see
imagine
them.
if a deal like that went down, it would be both Epic Game Store and GOG
yeah,
Store.
but none other.
Yeah, but none other. Yeah, exactly. So all of the Fortnite kids can play Witcher. If yeah, I don't know how that appeal works.
No, but there are people who use Epic Games that don't play Fortnite, I would assume.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, my main point is that I've started using Epic Games a bit, so it's a bit slow on the launch of the app and whatnot, but it works okay.
They are
I'm just-
getting you.
Maybe it's some tinfoil hat thinking here, but why did the three of us install Steam in the first place?
To play CS Source.
Because my answer to that was to play Counter-Strike.
Yep.
Because that was all my school laptop could handle, right? And then from then on, we just used Steam for all of our future games because that's what we started out with.
I think for the first
Don't you
couple
think
of
the
years,
same-
Steam was the only like storefront like that I actually knew of as well.
Yeah, none come to mind that were as early as Steam. But,
Yeah,
you know,
because everyone played
does-
CS.
Don't you think the same applies for young kids who start out with Fortnite now? They get attached to Epic Games Store because that's what's directly tied to Fortnite, and then they just naturally prefer Epic Game Store because that's what Fortnite relies on, and
That might
Yes.
yes, that might be
Just-
the case, because
so-
I have a son, as we all know.
yeah.
And he has Steam and games on Steam, but he mainly plays Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
and he much prefers Epic Games.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, it's just because Fortnite, and because of that,
Yeah.
Epic Games.
My daughter, then again, she's just whatever launch or whatever storefront has the most recent horror game she's bought. That's like
I still find that fascinating. that draw towards horror games. It's like, yeah, I like them myself, but it's not like I am hugely invested into only horror games. That's a niche I haven't heard of. That's,
Alien
interesting.
Isolation, the game.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
I think my daughter
such a
would,
good game.
would really like that, because she likes jump scares and like having
Oh,
the
it's
panic to
not just-
avoid detection and whatnot.
Oh,
Is she
Alien
in
Isolation.
the amnesia phase?
Amnesia? Is that a
Yeah,
The
you
game?
have to
games, Amnesia
yeah.
games. That's an old game series now, but
Just
hugely
let me
popular.
do a quick Google search.
Amnesia, the Dark Descent or something. PewDiePie played it.
Penumbra and yeah.
Yeah, she has the game. I don't think she's played it yet, but it was free on Epic Games.
Mm. Yep.
So yeah, she might be playing that.
Well, talking about living back to the 2000s when PewDiePie
What's his
Pew-
name again?
PewDiePie was playing
Yeah.
Amnesia.
Yep.
Well, what is this topic you have here, Bjørn?
Oh, are we tackling this? Well, I decided to write it down as
Yeah,
a
you
topic.
decided it, and yeah, time's ticking.
Yep. Have you heard of the Nazino tragedy? No.
No?
No.
It's an old. It was back in 1933 in the Soviet Union in Siberia. It was a story I heard through some. I don't want to call it a horror podcast, but it was some of the sort, because it was this happening back in 1933 in the Soviet Union, as I said, where some leaders in the Soviet Union, not like on the very top, but some people decided, we have these 6,500 prisoners. We want to kind of try this thing with them. We want to just, why don't we take these prisoners and place them on an island, try to make a society, make them survive on their own, right? In Siberia. So their plan was, we'll just take these prisoners and a small amount of military personnel to keep things in order, and we'll just supply them with a bit of clothing and some tools and flour. Just flour, no real food, just flour, and just place them on the island, and they'll figure it out. Lo and behold, they didn't figure it out. In Siberia, who would have thought, it's fucking cold. So a lot of people immediately started to put things into perspective. Just on the trip there, people were dying just on the way there because they didn't have food or any proper clothing. So people started dying from the very start, even before they got there. And needless to say, they were freezing to death. There were power struggles because there was forming like these chaotic groups of people who just tried to survive on this little island because there was literally no food. They were given flour as food because some people thought flour was good enough because they could make bread. How do you make bread? Well, you mix in water and you cook it. Problem is, they didn't have stoves, they didn't have anything to cook it with, so they did the next best thing. They tried mixing flour with water and making this kind of doughy thing and then eating it. Immediately after, a lot of people just got diarrhea and died. So that didn't work out. They didn't have food, they didn't have shelter, they didn't have tools, they didn't have clothing. So after a period of 13 weeks, it says, out of these 6,500 prisoners, 4,000 of them were dead or missing. It's just like, someone decided, hey, maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. Maybe we should go get them. But, and this was just classic Soviet Union. This was never brought into the light of day. So this was hushed down, and this wasn't brought officially into any sort until the 1980s, where it's like, hey, something bad happened. Maybe we should investigate this. Like 50 years later, but
some real Lord of the Flies here.
What you're saying now is that the survival games we play on Steam aren't realistic.
No, not at all. We can't just like plonk down the modern human on some harsh environment and expect not well. The problem is, it was just this tiny island, and there were 6,500 prisoners. If you plonk down a handful of people, perhaps they could have lived off of the resources of the land. But one of the problems was even if they managed to survive on berries or potatoes or anything, there were simply too many people on this little island, and
it's cold.
The military,
that's a lot of frozen meat.
And the problem is, the few military personnel that was supposed to keep in order there were ordered to shoot anyone who tried to escape. So there was no real solution. It was just a huge fucking shit show. And like cannibalization was a huge problem and a necessity for the few people who eventually survived, because that was the only real way of surviving cannibalism of the people who died there. An interesting story.
What was the end goal of this? The
end goal was to try to make... Well, firstly, they had a lot of prisoners that wasn't doing anything productive. So they wanted to try to use prisoners to make something happen, to make a society, a self-sustained society.
So they wanted 6,000 criminals just running their own little province?
Yep.
Okay.
Tried to make a revolutionary thing of some sort. Some Soviet leaders tried to get promotions or something. They tried to do something brilliant that no one else had tried before, but it didn't work out. So it was like, oh, hush, this never happened. So, that's the Soviet Union for you. That's communism, but you know,
communism.
But you know, the modern Russia today is nothing like the Soviet Union, and it's nothing like communism at all. No, that died in the Cold War.
Yeah,
officially. Officially. So
I call hearsay.
I call hearsay. Well, I don't want to. There was this. No, I'm not going there. Horrible things happened there. I'm not going into details, but cannibalism, to say the least.
Yeah, we can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, shall we do something funny?
Should we move on to something funny?
Yeah, timestamp it!
Oh, yes, timestamp.
Oi! on then. Show us something new.
Okay, little man. Tipsy Wednesday presents Show and Tell.
So, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
You can go first.
I
Made an
while
effort.
rummaging through, while rummaging through my attic, I found this old nostalgic thing, in a box hidden away somewhere.
You
I'm
s-
just gonna.
You see your attic at your house now, or at your
No,
father's?
no, at my house
Ah.
now. Yeah. So I found this thing. I'm just not gonna even show it. I'm just gonna play the sound of it.
Yeah, we can see it.
No.
We can't hear it.
I don't know. Fuck. Well, it's my old Game Boy Advance SP because it had a separate screen,
Yeah,
and a backlight
And
the
tribal
old-
tattoo.
and the tribals. Well, it's not added. It's shipped like this. Oh, well, we bought it like this. I was like tribals. Ooh, fucking cool.
What game is in it?
It's Pokemon. Fire Red.
Of course it's Pokemon.
Of course it's Pokemon.
Bjørn is
Oh,
flip-
my camera is spazzing.
You're flipping out.
No. No.
Is
Can
it
you hear me?
Yeah,
It's a GIF, yeah.
Well, shit. I was supposed to show the screen with the Fire Red logo and such, but yeah, I was just looking at my Pokemon. Well, hopefully my internet unfreezes at some point. But yeah, I found my old Game Boy Advance, and it still has fucking power. It still powers on. It has a green light. I didn't charge it.
Did you
I
find the
would show
charger
it.
by any chance?
No. But I'm sure it's somewhere in the same box, like deeper in it. But I'm just amazed it still works, and my save game is even on here. And it's like, yeah.
So tonight when you go to bed, you will be playing Pokemon again.
Nah, I don't, nah. It's like, I don't meet your old heroes. Don't break the nostalgia. You go back to something old and you realize, hey, this
It's still fun.
this lack a bit, but I don't think I could sit down with an old Pokemon game now and play it for as long as I did when I was a kid.
Maybe not as long in one sitting, but you might be playing through the game just over a longer period of time.
Nah, I don't know. Well, I do like my RPGs. I do love my RPGs. It's I don't think I will. It was a nice find to just randomly stumble upon it in a box. I was just looking for something else. I was like, hey, this is an old box. What's in here? So, yeah.
Game Boy Advance, that was your first Game Boy?
Yeah, my Game Boy Advance SP. But you go a bit way older than that for your
I
first.
remember buying my first Game Boy Color.
Mm.
And that was
Right.
just mere months after one of my best friends at the time had gotten his, and he had Pokemon Blue. And we were hooked on Pokemon. Because the first season went on TV, everyone was doing the Pokemon card games, the Pokemon games on the Game Boy came around, and well, I went to town and bought my Game Boy Color and Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played Pokemon as well back in the day. I think I have Pokemon Silver for my Advanced as some places here in this house as well.
Yeah, and you borrowed my old copy of Pokemon Yellow?
Yeah, didn't you get it back?
Yeah, you borrowed it, yeah.
Yeah, because I lost my copy of it.
And the battery still worked on the game itself.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, so that you can keep your own save file.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. Now you
Yeah.
can show us the screen if you want.
Well, that's, I guess.
Well, Thomas.
Oh, we're going with me.
I'm just gonna. There it is.
Oh,
Pokemon
Oh,
Fire
yeah.
Red.
And
And
everything
it
is
even has a green. Yeah, it's translucent because it's green. You see the
yeah,
fucking
the light. Yeah, we can see the
over
yeah.
there.
What I meant the
Yeah.
screen. It was so colory compared to the Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah,
Because the colors were a lot more bland on the Game Boy Color.
yeah.
Only certain colors were actual color, like green and
Yeah.
yellow and whatnot. But yeah, I'm following up on last week's show and tell, where I had Square
Okay.
Enix action figures. You remember the games?
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1.
Oh, the original.
Yeah,
Oh,
With- is it 3 or 4 discs? Oh shit, it's loose.
4 discs.
3.
Holy shit.
It's
Three.
4 discs.
Why did that
3.
happen?
4 discs.
3.
Disc 3 out of 3.
Fuck.
I have 4 discs in my, because there's a copy of it's a demo edition of Final Fantasy 8.
Mm.
Ah.
So yeah, I actually brought the others because I have those as well. Final Fantasy 8,
Look at
and my
that.
favorite Final Fantasy 9, because it was the first Final Fantasy game that got me hooked.
Relics of the past. Man, the nostalgia.
And on the backside it's like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Also the
Both playing the nostalgia card today, I see.
yeah.
2 of us at least.
Yeah, and those games are fairly easy to get by today.
Final Fantasy
Still.
or Pokemon?
For fancy.
Yeah, they're on Steam
Po-
and whatever.
Yeah, and you can get physical copies for not too much money.
Yeah.
If you find a copy of Chrono Trigger, though, it will set you back about $200.
I have a copy of Chrono
An
Trigger.
original?
Unoriginal, but it's the American edition, so I can't actually play it.
For the NES.
No, for PlayStation.
Ah, then it's not worth it that much.
Ah.
No, it's a NES version you need.
Oh, okay. I have the PlayStation 1 edition of it.
Yeah, because they remade.
But
Yeah.
America and Europe use different. Like we had the PAL system,
Yep.
and America had something else. Don't remember what that was, but not PAL.
We
at
have the
least.
PAL code.
So yeah, so I can't play that on my PlayStation, unfortunately. I have Final Fantasy Tactics as well, and I can't play that either, so that sucks.
I think you can play it on the PlayStation 3 or 4.
No.
Because you can edit where you are in those.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually tried those. I tried it on my PlayStation 1 and my PlayStation 2, I think. Don't think I tried it on my PlayStation 3, and I don't have a PlayStation 4, so... But yeah, good old games. Funny,
Yeah.
story rich, and yeah, the first RPG games I ever played.
Yeah, they got ludicrous stories.
Oh, yeah.
but it's Final Fantasy, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. That's what it's all about. Just start by killing rats and end up by killing God. You know, that's
The
that's
one
how
thing,
Final
though,
Fantasy goes.
if we're talking about religion or whatnot, because when you die, we don't know what happened. I assume everything is dark, and it's over.
Okay.
Someone thinks some religions would have you go to heaven or hell, and some you reincarnate and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
In Final Fantasy VII, isn't there the life energy, the life stream? It goes back to Earth, or
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
the life energy
The
goes
life
back
energy,
to
yeah.
Earth. Yep.
so that's a theory as well. Just
Hmm,
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 was a tribute to the game maker's mother who just passed away.
Ah,
That is why it's so emphasized. But then suddenly he's like aliens, because that's the whole point of Final Fantasy 7. You got aliens. Yes. Aerith is one of the last aliens who arrived to Earth. True story, bro. Her bloodline is of the ancients, which Genova
Yeah,
is
the
based.
ancients.
Yes, They are aliens.
Okay,
I
that's
totally missed
plot line I
that,
missed
okay.
or don't remember from the games. But,
Holy,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's true. True story, bro.
but
Okay.
It's fucked up.
as I mentioned
Actual
earlier,
canon.
the Final Fantasy remake, the remastered edition, not the polygon figure game, but the new 3D all computer
PlayStation 5
made
game, yeah.
remake is on Epic Games, and I've added it to my wish list. So maybe I can refresh that part of the story. Yeah. But Junior, what do you have for us?
Where we was at the tangent of Phoenix.
Still.
Yeah. This is my only Final Fantasy figure, which is kind of sad, but it's K-Art.
It's
So it's
Judge. What's his name?
Yeah, I don't remember what's his name. It's
I
just
don't even know from what game that is.
12 from Fantasy 12.
12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played
I have
12.
that figure as well on the, I think, a slightly cheaper edition of it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Flexing.
Yeah, it's fully customizable. And even though Final Fantasy 12 didn't hit off as good because of the gameplay, I haven't beaten
I
it.
actually like the game.
Yeah, I haven't beaten it yet.
Oh, the last boss is really simple. Many of the contract hunts you can do are a lot harder.
Yeah, of course.
But
The side quests are always harder.
but yeah, the game is actually quite good, I think. As far as I remember, I liked it when it came out.
Mm.
Yeah, it gotten a resurgence in the later days.
Yeah. It
Of
actually got a,
appreciation.
it actually got a Nintendo DS follow-up game. Like, I never played that because it was DS exclusive, and I think only in Japan as well.
Wow, that's
But there was
that's
but there was
exclusive.
Final Fantasy 12 2 for the Nintendo DS in Japan.
Well,
A lot of times I think, why would Japan restrict their market to only Japan? But then I'm like, only little Japan has about 130 million citizens. I was like,
Yeah, some things are just too Japanese for the West, perhaps, and they
Yeah.
know it. So
mhm.
and you can see it in animes and everything as well. That not everything hits off as well as other things does. So some things is just a little too niche.
yeah, I guess.
A little too Japanese.
Yep. Like they have over 200 Kit Kat flavors in Japan. We have a handful in Norway.
Do you know what? We actually do have a pretty well store here in Norway, which is called Normal. They import everything.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, and they
I
have
haven't
Kit
been to
Kats.
that.
No, but they have Kit Kats.
They have
And this is-
they have different editions as well.
Yeah, and all of them sucks compared to the Norwegian Quick Lunch.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, I was like really like,
Is it
oh, Kit Kat, Kit Kat,
Okay,
Kit
okay.
Kat.
For Kit Kat and Quick Lunch is basically just chocolate wrapped. What would you call the insides? It's like crackery, biscuity.
Yeah, some salted biscuit or cracker.
Yeah.
With the
So
chocolate
if
on.
you know what a Kit Kat is, we have this Norwegian version. It's very Norwegian. It's the typical chocolate you bring with you when you go mountaineering or something in Norway. It's or in Easter, it's called Quick Lunch, and it's a quick lunch. But that chocolate itself, it's just the chocolate is good, and the biscuit part, it's just so it's better than it tastes better than a Kit Kat. It's just not just the Norwegian part of me talking. It's just taste wise. It just I don't know why Kit
I
Kat
find
is such
the
a
quick lunch we have is not as salty perhaps or something as the Kit Kat.
Yeah, it's just overall better the chocolate and
But as I said, the Kit Kat has different flavors, so there might be a Kit Kat out there we haven't tried that is actually super good.
Yeah, of course, but
But yeah, but Kit Kat, it's okay, I think.
Maybe we need to go to Japan and taste all 200 flavors of Kit Kat.
Or you can go on YouTube and see Connor VA dude taste them.
Or
no,
the
but
other
he
voice
yeah.
actor, what's he called? Prod Z. He also does like taste things.
yeah, but they haven't tasted Kit Kat, you know.
Nah, I don't know.
Connor did.
No, Kit Kat, but Quick Lunch.
No, they
Sorry,
haven't.
my bad.
well,
Quick
that's a Norwegian
That's a
niche
far
thing,
stretch.
You know.
Maybe we can
No,
ship
try.
some to Japan. Say, you try this. But yeah, I want to round off. No, we can just keep that for next week because we have ranted on for over an hour.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, with that, I would like to thank all of our listeners for listening to us this week as well. If you guys have anything you want to ask us, tell us. Want us to talk about something special you have on your mind, just ship us a mail on tipsywednesday@gmail.com or write to us in our Facebook group. Yeah, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and join our Discord server. So yeah, and support us in the link.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.